Welcome back to Chastastic Gaming. I'm Chastastic, and once again we are back to Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles, and now we are into Sandopolis zone or whatever. This is one of those big labyrinthy games levels that have all the bad. Those scorpions quite often do cause quite a bit of the troubles, as they call them, for me, because I often run into them without even having any chance to stop. Let's abseil. Oh, abseiling's quite fun actually, if you've not got a problem with heights. Lots and lots and lots of crushers. I need some crusher. Strong enough to make milkshake. Oh, we'll push this over at the edge. Thank you for the help, Tails, even though you're doing some kind of weird glitchy thing. Oh, weird guy hiding in the box. Yes, as I said, these guys cause me bother. Little bits of bother. Whoa. How bothersome. I happened to miss that. That was not very good. So, just to let you guys know what I've been up to, actually have been in touch with one of my friends who have access to an Oculus Rift and a high-end gaming PC. Can't afford one myself, so managed to get a shot of that. I go on that over the weekend. Oh, guys, it was fantastic. It was VR the way that I know VR was supposed to be. I've had a few VR experiences, but that one just blows the rest out of the water. Yeah, just stand there and let them crush you. I say that sarcastically. Please don't do that. Don't let them crush me. I don't understand the point of those guys. They're just sort of blocks. Well, okay. So we need to use these as stairs to get up here. So we'll go quite slowly. There we go. Because the minute we go on the slide, that's us sliding about all over the place like nobody's business. Sorry for the ugly hoodie. It's at that time of year now. We're in November, guys. We're well into November by this point. It's actually really cold. The weather's getting so cold, and the flat's a little bit cold, and just even with putting the heater on, it's still a bit too cold for me at the moment. So I've just went and he's managed to kill Tails with his massive defenses of nothing. What killed you there, Tails? He has nothing against you. He has no offensive weapons whatsoever. How did he kill you? I love the electric shield, but I never have ever been able to keep them for very long. Spin dash straight through there. Try not to get crushed. I'm not really good with hot weather. Like the sand, like I wouldn't like to go to a sandy place like this. I'm quite cold-blooded, despite the fact I've just complained about being cold. I do prefer being in sort of moderate temperatures. I don't like extremes on the either way, but I definitely don't like the heat. So I'm not one that likes. I'm not one of those people that likes holidays in the sun. It's nice to be in the sun for a small space of time, especially when you live in Scotland. If you know anything about Scotland and its weather, you'll know it rains here a lot. It likes to rain, and it likes to be cold. And so I think this is at the end of the level here. Yes, so this level's a little bit different. What happens with this is this pyramid comes up, and then this deity. It's not actually Robotnik that we fight in this level. This is almost like. It's kind of like goes back to the whole narrative thing. It's almost it tells the story that Dr. Robotnik actually came across these things as well as he was putting in the badniks. And that's cemented with one of the features in the next level. Thanks for that, Tails. So we need to keep hitting him. So this guy doesn't have like a certain hit count. For God's sake, this is the exact same as what happened in Flying Battery. Tails is just in there that 1 second too early, which is resulting in us getting killed. There is another way you can do this. You can just sort of stand over here and then just do nothing, and he comes towards you, and you just like move away at the last second. And if you just stay here, he kills himself, which is helpful. It just means that you don't have to do any work. So you can potentially, if you didn't know what you were doing with that guy, you could hit him backwards and forwards about like 100 times. But he still wouldn't die. So it's interesting, like new mechanics are brought into the game, which kind of shakes it up a little bit. Now, I mentioned before about things that Dr. Robotnik came across. Now, so right away we've established that okay, the lights were out. We've put the lights back on. So over time the lights will slowly start to go out again. and we need to keep that managed. Now, there's no major penalty for it initially, but a little later on in the game, it does establish the fact that we will release these ghosts, and have obviously been trapped by Dr. Robotnik, which suggests, as I said, like, you know, it gives you a little bit more information about this area. It's not just desert world, fire world. Ah, here we go. We've released the ghosts now. Now the ghosts aren't too bad when they're just their, you know, little sheet face, you know, the wee little sheets that they are just now. And I said sheets, not shits. Just a little shit. I'm now going to say sheets. Little sheets that they are just now, but they become more of a problem later on, because they start to, as it gets darker, they grow in, almost like they grow in power as it starts to get darker, and then eventually when it's completely pitch black, or as pitch black as the level lets it be, the lights, that they actually start to attack you. But that is something we... Oh, come on! Well, that wasn't fair. Oh, they're getting a little bit angrier now. A little bit angrier now, but I'm trying to... Oh. Tails seems to do some really radical stuff. I don't remember Tails being as crazy as he was. Another part of this level a little later on is where we have sort of areas that we have to... Oh, thanks for that, Tails. We have areas that we have to... Yeah, here we are. That we have to fill with sand. Now, that's not really too much of an issue, but then when you realise the fact that if I was standing under there, I would have just been crushed. So it does mean that you have to think ahead of the level. Knowing the level a little bit does help quite majorly as well. So the sand's sort of filling up. Very, very claustrophobic. Makes you feel very claustrophobic. At least it does for me. Now, I'm not 100% sure where we're going to go, so... rings tend to mean safety. Oh. I think we're nearly done this section here. Oh. It's getting quite close there. Are we finished here yet? Is it still? Yep, still rising. This bit's significantly easier with Knuckles because you can completely ignore all of the... You can completely ignore all of the sand. Oh, for fudge sake! Fudge sickles! I got hit by the spikes. Probably. And I think we're coming on to the boss just now. Perhaps I'm wrong. Abseiling, 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 I'm sailing, 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 abseiling, 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 obsidian, obsalian. Whoa, there we go. I don't think we're getting too much, well, we're not having too much trouble with the, doesn't seem to be having too much trouble about the wee ghosties. Oh, that's one of Knuckles' routes, we can't go that way. I think we could if we were supersonic, but we're not supersonic, so we can't go that way. Or are we going around in circles? This is the problem with this level. I'm really starting to get a little bit lost in where I am. And where everything is. So it's another section that Knuckles. So we do actually, the area I tried to get up to there, we do have to go this way. Oh no, 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 no. Let's push that back. So this is to make it much easier for us to just run straight through there. And we're gonna go to Butnik, Robotnik. Boom! Oh, and here he is in his golden, obviously not made by him suit. You can actually set this, in this level, you can actually do it so that he can never hit you. Haha! Oh! There we go. Didn't stand a chance. No. Oh. So we actually have to chase him. Chase him again. Dun 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 dun. Bam, 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 bam. Why were there bunnies and chickens in like a pyramid? It would make more sense if it was like cats or something like that. Oh, Lava Reef Zone. Do you know, this level has some of my favourite music in all of the Sonic games ever, but we'll listen to some of that in the next episode. But anyway, I've been Chastastic of Chastastic Gaming, and you have a fantastic day. Bye!